This is the editor in Flux. So here you can build your schematic diagram, you can simulate your circuits, and you can collaborate with others on your team in real time. This example project is a EMG-controlled robotic hand. So you have some sensors over here that are all wireless, controlling some servos over here that you're using some microcontrollers. Um, so we can break up this interface into 4 different parts. On the left here, we have the parts browser. So you can search for parts like you might expect, drag them onto the canvas, and these are generated by the community and curated by the community. So the most favorited parts appear at the top, and the most used parts appear at the top, so you can use them with confidence. The parts list here contains all the parts that are used in your schematic. So if you have a large or complex schematic, it's a little bit easier to find what you're looking for. You can also click on the parts here and it'll highlight it on the schematic to help you locate it. And the real meat of the interface is the canvas here. So here you can, manipulate parts. You can connect by using the terminal connections. You can also collaborate in real time. So it's important to know that this is all stored in the cloud in real time, just like Google Docs. So if somebody I'm collaborating with makes an edit, I can see that edit in real time. So you don't have to worry about if you have the latest and greatest document here. You can right click to insert a comment. You can right click on a part here to see all the available actions that you can take on a part. So you can open it to view its internal schematic diagram or code that runs the part. You can delete it, you can manipulate it, flip, rotate clockwise, counterclockwise. If you select multiple parts, you can align them, space evenly, even automatically connect parts, which is really helpful if you have a microcontroller with like 40 pins or something. Another thing we talked about is commenting. So we think it's really important to have conversation within the context of your schematic. So you can create a comment and have threaded conversations that include images, video, and other rich ways to communicate. So you can see here we have a video of the robotic hand moving using these 5 servos here. And then on the top navigation over here on the left, we have a drop down that allows you to create a new document. You can create a new part from a template. You can view the change history, which is really helpful if you're working with a team. You might be worried about other people messing up your work. Well, worry no longer. You can actually restore any change that's ever been made in your document back to a previous version. You can also clone a document to make a copy. You can import parts if you have an existing part library. You can use KiCad part libraries version 4 or later. You can also export to KiCad for laying out PCBs. You can export our Flux document and image, or bill of materials if you want to source the parts, DigiKey, Mauser, you can do that. And you can also archive here. So over here on the left, you can see the author of the document, and you can click on that to view their profile and other documents and parts that they've created or worked on. To the right here, we have the title of the document, which all you have to do is click on and edit. You can see the save state of the document here, as well as to the right, undo and redo. Of course, the hotkeys Control-Z and whatnot work just fine there as well. You can star documents to favorite them to your profile. So if you find a project or a part that you really like, you can use the star feature here. That also communicates to the creator that you dig what they're working on, gives them a little bit of feedback. You can fork their document here. So if you see something that you like and you want to make some adjustments or improvements, you can fork it while retaining the forking history. To the right here, we have all the concurrent users of this document. So you can see here, Brooks is actually in the document hovering over the servo right here, I can see his position in real time, as well as his moving or editing any of the content on the canvas. To the right of that, we have sharing controls. So you can actually just copy the URL to share a link with your collaborators. You can copy it here and you can control kind of high level. You can turn sharing off so that only you can see it. Anyone can edit, anyone can view, anybody can comment. If you want more fine grained controls, you can click on advanced there and then control at an individual level what permissions people have. And then wrapping up the nav bar on the right, you can click on your photo to get back to your profile, view all the keyboard shortcuts, a link to documentation, which contains tutorials for things like learning how to use a simulator. You can give us feedback on the product, which we always love to hear. You can vote on other feedback that's been submitted by other users from the community, as well as see our product roadmap from there. You can also join our community thread, post your projects, join conversation there, and log out. On the right here, we have the inspector. If you don't have anything selected, that's just showing information about the document that you're on. So here we have a thumbnail of the EMG controlled robotic hand. We have a description, when it was created, when it was last updated and by who, where it was forked from, who the contributors are, then other properties like documentation, assets, and then some controls for the simulator. Now, when you click on a part, you get contextual information on that part. So you can change the designator, you can view the part name, the description, you can change the position of the part on the canvas with really fine-tuned controls here. You can actually also select the part version, because remember, these are generated by the community. So if there's updates and you always want the latest, you can select it there and see the creator of the part. For the simulator, you can see this, when you're simulating a circuit, you can see the state of that part, and we'll demo this in later tutorials. But you can see the metrics pop up here. You can also see if that part has controls like a push button or a potentiometer with like a slider or something like that. You can see them and use them right here. We also allow the creation of unlimited properties. So if there's a way that you like to work already, maybe you have substitute parts or something like that, you can actually edit and create unlimited properties here. So we have a bunch of defaults you can use that the community has generated, but you can also, of course, add your own. And in future tutorials, also go over how to use the code editor to program parts and simulate circuits, but that's how you get to it right here. And that about wraps it up.